It's me. Hold on. Hold on. Now it's time to get all my pieces out. Because we putting them together now. So this is, I made this after I got off live streaming yesterday. So sick. It looks so good. Just lay them all out here. Laying them all out. This is what we built yesterday on the stream. Crazy, just a little piece like that takes forever. So wild. And here's the last arm. Man. The last arm. So there is 40 hours of work laid out here, at least 40. And I finally get to put it all together. So it's going to be awesome. And it's probably going to be real finicky. So let's jump into it here. So we need to put the chest and the two arms together here. And I'm excited. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you got print on the each side of the front of the arm, 101 and ET. So this one's got ET on it. This is going to be your left arm. We're working on the Freedom Gundam here, guys, from Piececool. I've been working on this for probably about 40 hours, and this is what I got. So I'm mostly done with it. I still got to make the wings. And I gotta put it together and make the wings, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if this thing wants to go together or if it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Last night we made a couple pieces. I made this back piece last night, and actually after I streamed I got off and I made the helmet. And it really didn't take as long as what I thought it was going to. The helmet, the head. It didn't take as long, but it says on the directions, it says, make sure you, um, it takes some adjustment for the head. But man, what a cool head. And I used some glue on the backside of this to keep this firm. And man, it just came out awesome. It came out great. So how's your guys' night going? This is the start of mine right here. I get to go to work tomorrow night, so I'm trying to get as much of this done as possible. So we're just gonna put some nice twists in these tabs here. We're gonna twist these and hopefully get a real solid connection. You want to make sure there's no gap. See that gap area? You want to make sure that's closed up completely when you're doing this. When you make the connection here. So you like grab a hold of it, flip it back around, and you want to look, make sure the gap's gone. It looks pretty good there. You want to get completely at the base of that tab and give it a nice twist. That looks pretty good. Let me twist our other two here. I got the bottom and the top tabs twisted. This is the first thing it says to do. Put the body and the two arms together. When assembling all these pieces that I've spent all this time making. So I mean, like this arm right here, this arm, there's like 5 hours in that one arm. So you got two of them. That's 10 hours just right there in arms. And the fingers on this thing is gnarly. I mean, look at the fingers. They are sick. Talk about little tiny pieces of metal to bend in perfect shape. We just go back and check here. I mean, that's pretty solid. I don't think I need any glue or anything on that. I think that'll be fine the way it is right there. I don't think that it's going to need anything. I think it's going to be all right like that. Okay, so we can stick the other arm on. And it's pretty straightforward. You just got 4 tabs here. And they just take twists. And this one went on fine. The tabs fit right in there. No fiddling with it. You just want to make sure you get a nice tight connection on these things. Because if you don't get these tabs twisted good, your whole arm's going to be flopping around on this. So you spend all this time doing it, building this thing. So this is a real critical part here. And it's hard to get these pliers in there the way I'd like to. So actually, instead of putting them in like this, I'm going to try to put them in long ways like this and twist it down instead. And I don't even know if that's going to work or not, to be honest with you. Don't think. Oh, that looks pretty good, actually. Might do that right there. But I got this stupid tab right here in my way. So, I don't know. Maybe I can just spin it just a little bit, like that. And then come in on this side of that tab. Like that right there. Boom. That looks pretty good. And then I go back and kind of clamp it down a little bit and make sure that it's flattened at the base of the tab. Because you want it flattened all the way at the base where you twisted it. No gaps. That looks really good. That's nice. Okay. So, looky here though, we got that tab up there is really close. I'm gonna have to put my knife in there and pry that thing up. So let's go ahead and do that. We use our little handy knife here. Put your sharp end in there and you just pry it up to where you can get your pliers in there to that tab right there on the top. This one right there. If you don't pry that if you don't pry it up, you're not going to be able to get your pliers in there. And really, I mean, shoot, can't get them in there very good anyways, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get as much as I can on that tab. Make sure that thing's flattened out as good as what you can get it. Just like that. And then we just got one more down here on the bottom. We're going to twist that tab. We're going to go ahead and twist that one. Oh yeah, that one worked pretty good. Kind of hard to get that twist on there with these arms in your way of your wires. So there's the arms connected. Boom. Coming together. And it looks pretty sturdy. There is no real wobble to them. So that some pretty good twist on those tabs. I'm half tempted to throw some glue on there. I think I might, just because it's such a critical um, piece. I don't want it to come loose, which I don't think it's going to come loose, but you know, what the heck. I mean, I got plenty of glue, so I think I'm going to just put a couple dabs there, like so, right on those tabs, just like that. And then we come back and we hit it with the light. This is UV glue. The reason I like this glue so much is because, for one, it dries within like 10 seconds of putting this light on it. It dries automatically and hardens. And also, it leaves no haze on this metal. So on this metal, if you use super glue, it dries based on chemical. So it's chemically a reaction. Once it gets out into the air, it's a chemical reaction, and that creates a haze on your model. It hazes the metal. So I use this UV glue because it does not haze when it dries. It dries beautifully. And it just takes just a little bit. I mean, just that much right there. And I mean, this probably would have been fine without glue on it, but this is just a reassurance. I mean, I spent all this time on this model. Why not use a little bit, you know? Just hit it with a little bit and, you know, hit it with the light. And that way you're sure the arms ain't going to move at all. None of that's going to come loose. Them tabs ain't going to pull out or anything. And look, check it out. I mean, nothing. That's how quick it dries. It is great. The best glue I've ever found. And it don't have to be this brand. I mean, you just want the UV light glue. It is spectacular. Let me move this here just a little bit, if I can. There we go. I like that better. Okay. So we got the arms done here. Arms hooked up to the chest. So let's see what our next step is. We look down here at our book. It is the head and the body. Okay. Hmm. And I know that's going to be saying do the head before you put the bottom on, because that's obvious. I mean, if you put the bottom on trying to get that head on, that ain't going to work. So this, usually I translate this with my phone, but since I'm recording here, I'm not going to. I'm pretty positive it's just saying do the head before you do the body, because you're not going to be able to get to the tabs if not. So let's put this beautiful head on. I'm ready for it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and it looks like it points over to the right. It's left or right. So it's gonna go. Why did that? That's awful that they have it pointing like that, but they got the damn place where that neck connects right in the front like that. That's awful. So it looks like we're gonna have to bend some tabs a little. Oh no, I think it's going down on there. We got a little piece hitting right there. See that little cheeks plate there hitting into this piece down there. It's just hitting a little bit. I think if I bend that out, it's gonna do me a lot of good. Instead of just trying to force that on there, if I can bend this out just a little bit like that, try not to scratch it like that. Instead of just forcing that head down on there and, clashing that metal together. Now let's see if we can get our tabs in there. No, it ain't wanting to go in, of course. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty sick. That looks sick. So we're gonna be careful with this. We're gonna flip it upside down, and what I'm gonna do is see here, this tab's all the way in easily, and this one's only halfway in or a quarter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this one's all the way in, go ahead and put a twist on it, and this is going to be my second one. I twist. I'm going to push that head down as good as what I can, get that one fully engaged in, and put a twist on it, and then these ones will be rip roaring ready to go. So let's make sure that is, I mean, that looks good. I can't really see, but I know that whole tab's in there. So I'm pulling as I'm twisting. Just like that. Okay, and like I said, this one right here is going to be our second one we do, and it's not coming out of the metal at all. It's hard to see there, but there's really no tab sticking out. So what you're going to do is, as carefully as you can, try to press that head down, and you can see it popping out there. See it coming out. See it there, going in and out. Press it out. Use your pliers, put it on each side of that tab, and you grab it after you get it out as far as you can by pushing the helmet. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to look at this neck. See that? If you would go ahead and twist that the way it is, you see that little gap in there at the bottom of the neck? That ain't good. We want nice tight fits, right? Okay, it's not wanting to pull down in there, so pull it, wiggle your pliers a little bit as you're pulling. Okay, see what I did there was I had my pliers on that tab and I was pulling it down, and then I would kind of push this head down when and I'd release and try to get a better bite on it. Pull, wiggle, release as I'm pushing down this head, not to let it move, that not to let that tab come back up out. Push down on that head and get another bite, and I do that like 2 or 3 times and then twist it. And look, no gap in that neck now, in the bottom of the neck down there where it meets. So that looks good. Now we can kind of just twist these other 2 tabs here. And we're going to throw a little bit of glue on this too, also. These ones are easy. I'm just going to throw just a spot of glue on that. I'm going to try to do it on all these pieces. Never coming back there. If it's the last thing I ever do. Man, it's coming out a lot. A lot. Gosh, I hate that tube of glue, man. It just oozes out of that thing. Looking at, didn't even get that tab over there on the left front one. There. That's a little much. I don't like using that much, but whatever. This is all gonna be hid in there. Just hit it with that glue. Then hit the glue with the light. About 10, 15 seconds, and it's all dried and good to go. All right. There we go. A little bit longer than 15 or 20 seconds. Check that out. Boom! That is so awesome. That thing looks so sick. Hell yeah. All right, put my lid on my glue here. All right. So we got the head on. And now for the body, which this is the back piece right here. This is the body. And it goes up like this. So this one has it has the pieces, the female ends, and this has the male ends on the bottom. See there? It looks like a pretty straightforward assembly here for this. 1, 2 on each side, 1, 2, so 4. I'm just should be just I should just be putting these in like so. Like that. Bringing it down and putting this side in also. Man, it's coming. It's every piece I put on there. It's just looking more and more incredible. Oh, come on, baby. Okay, so how this is meeting up, I actually think I need to bend this one down a little bit because it's going in before the other one gets there. So if I bend it down, it's going to go in at about the same time. So make sure those ones are in. And to be honest, I think I actually, instead of putting this all the way on and then doing it, I can bend these and get a really nice twist on these two right now, on those two right there, because I can get my pliers. Oh, I can get my pliers in there a lot easier right now because I got this opening right here. See what I'm saying? Oh man, it's so easy to mess this up. It's like I need another set of hands here. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing, but I got that on that one there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a twist on it. I know that one's tight. Boom. Check that out. Killer. Killer. That is awesome. Man, that arm is right in the way there. Alright, I got it on the tab there. On the other one, it's a pretty snug fit. It feels like I'm gonna go ahead and put the twist on it. I got a decent twist. I'm gonna go back and pinch it down. Well, I'm glad I didn't put that other side on before I twisted those. I got really good twists on those ones right there. Okay. I'm not going to put any glue on that right now. I'm just going to try to get this other side on. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. And that is tight. That's a tight fit on them ones I just twisted. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Oh, man, this is tough. What this piece is hitting right here. These two black pieces are hitting, and it's not wanting me. It's not letting me get this tab up to this one here. I can get this one in right here, but this one's wanting to have a gap in it because those two pieces are hitting. So let's see what we can do here. You see that it ain't wanting to. It's not wanting to get there. It's almost there, but you can feel it when it's like about to. Something about to happen there. What I mean by something about to happen, like something's about to slip and scratch this metal. when you're putting pressure, and you're like, yeah, you know, after building a few of these, when it's about to slip and scratch, it's just, and you scratch the paint on this, and you're like, no, it's awful. You worked so hard on getting it together this far, and then you slip and scratch it. Oh my gosh, such a devastating thing. Oh, so that is not wanting to go in there. You can see the female end right there. That is not wanting to get in there. Oh goodness. Oh, it's almost there. Oh, see what I'm saying? You can feel when it's about to just. Oh, goodness gracious. So sketchy. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to bend. I think I'm gonna have to bend this one down more. Like that. I don't want to bend that one up at all. Okay. This is a real delicate here situation. I think if I can twist this around a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's almost there. Look at that. It is almost there, but it's not going in. It's actually going to slide down and scratch that blue. So that means that tab needs to be down more. If it's not entering the hole, it needs to be down more. Okay. Very sketchy part here. Such a sketchy part. To be honest, I think that's supposed to be. See how that blue is over top? I think it's supposed to be down. That's what I'm looking at here. I wonder if I can pop that out. I probably can't without messing it up because that is pretty deep in there. It's supposed to be over top of that. Why is it not? Gosh, I do not want to take it back apart. Oh, look, I can do it like this, I think. Oh, come on, I can do it like that for sure. So pop it down. I need this black over top of that. I'm positive. Okay, why do you not want to go? Come on, baby. Mm. You mother. And it's done bent this down. Damn. Almost got it popped down there. It's down there now. Look, I got it. I got the blue popped underneath the black now. That's good. Okay. Is that going to help my cause here? Yes. So that was what was putting me in a bind, was that. And it didn't scratch it that bad. Right there. It did not scratch it that bad. That is good. But what I have done is I've opened this up somehow. This piece here has opened. How do I get that to close back up there? Goodness. Okay, for one, I need to fix this here. This is bent, but I think I need to wait till I get it in there to fix that. How it's bent up right there, that piece. Let's just. Man, it is right at that point of it's going to scratch something. Okay, I'll tell you what'll help my cause here is if I take this, because I'm trying to push it forward to get it to reach that. If you take this and just bend that over just a little bit. I think that's going to be it right there. This one needs to bend down a little bit. Bend it up too far. Okay. Let's see if we can get them in. This is definitely the hardest piece we've been trying to. Oh, look, see that scratch? Oh, man. That's what happens. Not watching what you're doing. Not watching what you're doing. Put a little scratch on it. I'm gonna have to bend that one back too. Look at that there. Okay, I think it's gonna go now. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I can get it. Come on, baby. Oh, there it is. I got him in. Okay, not too noticeable. That's good. Does it look in the front before I clamp this down? Yes, it looks good. Okay. So that's got to pull way, way in there. Big gap. But let's get this one done first because I can reach it the easiest. That other one is going to be very tricky. This one here is even tricky, but it's definitely easier than that one. Let me get these legs out of the way before I scrape him up too. Don't lose what I got there. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get that tab twisted or not down in there because that thing is deep. Oh, man. Okay, it's fully engaged right there. Let's check it. Okay, that looks good. That's nice and tight there. That other one, on the other hand, is going to be rough getting to. I don't know how I'm going to put a twist on that thing because the only way I can get to it is through here, and I don't have no room to move my pliers up and down there. You know what I mean? I guess I'm gonna have to do it right here like this, and it's just gonna put a real crooked twist on it, but that's gonna be the best thing I can do. Oh man, it is a tight fit in there. I wish you could see. Trying to. There it is. You can see it down in there, right there. Trying to get in there to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna put my tweezers on it, or my pliers, and I'm gonna flip it around and look at it here. So I mean, it's pretty good, but I feel like I could get it a little tighter than that. Okay, so let's see if we can gain more on it. That's all I could get, and that looks pretty good. So I'm definitely putting some glue on those tabs down there because that piece was a nightmare to get on there. So I'll just throw a little bit of glue in there. I think I'm not going to put my whole tube in there because it's been spraying so much out. So what I do, I've got just a real crappy pencil. Got a real crappy pencil, and I'll put glue on the tip of this pencil and dab it on the onto the tabs. Okay, so There's some in the lid here that I can use. It does not take a lot. Okay. I'm gonna put it on this one down here first thing. Oh yeah. There was a lot on there. I didn't think there was much glue on there. Now there's not about any on there. But I did get it on that tab down there. Really good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with the light just so it don't run or anything. See it right there on the wall, right where the purple light is. Not on the front there, but over there on the wall is where I put some glue. Alright, so that ain't going nowhere now. Okay. Let's put a little bit of glue on the tip here. A little bit more than that. When is it going to come out? One thing about this glue is it is a little bit runny. That's that's the only downfall with this glue. Because there is no other downfall with it. That's beautiful. I'm just gonna hit that with the light a little bit. All right, there it is. I still gotta pull that piece up a little bit too. I better do that. I better do that right now because it's bent down some, and I don't know how to really. I mean, that's it right there. That did it. It looks better. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with the light just one more time to kind of reassure myself. And you do not got to use glue like this. Like these probably would have held just fine. But I've spent so much time on this model, I'm not taking any chances. Let's see if I can get both of them in one shot here on the other side. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Go in there. All right, that one's covered. And that one's covered. With some extra glue to go on the pencil. Go ahead and put my lid back on it. And another good thing about this glue is I don't think it dries up really without this light. I mean, it about takes that light to make it start drying. I mean, if you leave it open just for a little bit, it's not gonna dry up like super glue on you. Okay. I don't know what's on my TV right now, but it's not good. I want my music back on there. How the hell do I go back? There we go. Okay. Very, very cool. Very solid. Everything's solid. Head solid. The waist looks good. I mean, everything really is top notch right there. Top notch. I mean, that looks really awesome. Cool. Very cool. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let's go ahead and flip the page. Move the Gundam out of the way here. Let's see what our next step is. All right. So it's obviously going to be the back piece here. So the back piece just goes on. It looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 tabs. So it's going to be, this back piece has 4 females and 2 males right there. Okay, so let's see here. Oh goodness, that sucks. But these tabs are unfortunately gonna have to show, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know. I might be able to. Let me see if I can get my pliers in there. Oh my goodness. I think I can get those 2 top ones. I think I can get the 2 top ones. It would be really hard to be honest though. So I would have to fold them down. What I'd have to do is fold them down, those 2 tabs on the top. Let me think here for a second. It would be really rough. I don't know if it's worth it or not. I'm trying to go over it in my head here. Because I'm definitely not reaching those ones right there from down in here. If I put them on the inside, I mean, there's no way I'm gonna. I can't get it. Yeah, see my pliers just don't come up enough. I absolutely hate having those silver tabs on the outside of this thing. I've worked so hard on getting all these other tabs on the inside, so to put those on the outside is heartbreaking. But to be honest with you, let's look at this real fast, actually. So, is it that big of a deal? Because we got to put the wings on. So, once you come back here and look, I think the wings is going to cover up those tabs mostly. You know what I'm saying? I think those wings are going to cover them up for the most part. Okay. So now it's time to make a decision. Do we want to just say screw it and put the tabs on the outside, or try to put them 2 tabs on the inside and top ones? Obviously, those look like they need to be pulled out a little bit here. Bend these out just a little bit here. So I was watching the 2 new Lion Kings tonight with my daughter. The ones that kind of look real. That was pretty cool. I really enjoyed them. Guys, to be honest, hmm. Mm, mm, Why does that not want to go in there very well? Round. See, it's not wanting to pry up there. I can get it. It's just really not the best. I'll tell you what, the arms and the head went on really nicely compared to this stuff here. I think I got a little dot of glue on that one too, so you want to scrape that off because that'll keep you from going in there. Okay, I think I'm just gonna say screw it, guys, and put this thing on with the tabs up. I think that's the best course of action here because this is a really difficult piece to get on, and to try to get them tabs to face down is to face in. It would just be a real big pain. I don't even think I can get my. I could. Damn, I hate to do this and then it not work out. It's just a risk, you know. Is the risk worth the reward? Is the risk worth the reward or not? I do not think it is. Let's just go with it. I'm not going to push my luck here. Ah, you mother. Yeah, it's too hard to get these to fit how it is right here, so I am not going to try to put those on the inside there. That thing does not want to go in there. Okay, so let's try to bend that tab out a little bit. Bend them both out just a little bit. When you do that, when you bend them tabs, you don't want to go crazy with pointing them out. You just give them a little bit, and that's going to help you get into the male into the female end here. Okay. So that's it right there. But it is not wanting to sit on there flush. Why is that not wanting? I think these are getting in the way, actually. I'm pretty sure these tabs right here are getting in the way. So I don't know. Maybe push them in a little bit, maybe. Maybe that'll help. I don't know why they would design that like that. did they design that like that? Why did they do that? That don't make sense. That's exactly what's going on right there. 100%. That is 100% what's going on. Those tabs are right in the way. Wow, that's great. So now we got to redo this here, and I don't even think it's going to help much, to be honest. Hopefully it don't loosen up that piece on top there. So we put our knife in there and bend them back out where we pushed them against the wall there. Bend them back out, and we are going to twist this back the original way to where it's not even a twist, it's a fold. Fold it out to get it away. Hopefully from the middle there, where that's going up in there. So we need to do the same with this side here. I don't even know which way I twisted it. I'm trying to look. Okay. So it's going to go this way. And then I'm going to pull it down that way. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, so now they're folded down instead of twisted for this piece right here. That ain't a real critical piece to be tight, so that'll be okay. Alright, let's see if that helped at all. I hope it did, because I don't understand why they would have that like that, you know what I mean? Oh, it did. Look at that. It sets way better, I think. Yeah, it's definitely better. That's definitely setting flatter, but it's not perfect. It isn't perfect. Man, this is a pain in the butt right here. This is definitely a pain. I might have to open these up a little bit. Goodness. Trying to get this thing on is a nightmare. I think this is harder than the waist was trying to get the waist on. Gosh, why did they make that like that? I do not understand this. I don't understand this at all. Why the hell is that like that? You know what I'm thinking now? I'm thinking that these have more of a bend in them. I think those have a bend like that. And I think this bends down further than what you would expect. I think it bends down further like that right there, even though those aren't lined up. And that puts it closer. So this is what I'm guessing. If it's not working, you better look and see why it ain't working, instead of just trying to force something on there. And I think this is our answer right here. I'm gonna bend that up a little bit, bend that up a little bit because we bent those down. So to get it in, okay. And that looks way better. I mean, it's not perfect, but we're just trying to get it decent at this point to see if we can get it placed on there. Okay, that one's going in there. Those ones are going in there. Why is this one not going in here? Come on, baby. What a cruddy piece to try to do. Okay, so are we gonna have to bend that one down a little bit, I think? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take and just bend this tab, angle it down just a hair. Try this again here. Okay, so there's obviously some glue or something going on here on this tab because it is not wanting to go in. Is there glue on this thing? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, fuck off, man. Okay. Let's try this again now. The tabs in the bottom are in. 2 tabs on the bottom. Okay, those 2 tabs are in. Now we're just missing these 2 on the side over here. Boom, 1, 2. Right there. They're all in. Now they're not all in deep, but they're all in right now. So what I'm gonna do, that one pop out? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and, what is it saying to do here? It's saying to twist them. I can put a twist on them and fold them also. Hmm. Dude, this is just one of them pieces that is not going to be beautiful. Because if you look, if you look here, this right here, this, it's just not great fitting. I mean, it's not the best. Right here, that corner right there is going to hit here. And there's no getting around that. You definitely don't pull that down more. It's just, look at it. That's happening. It's just happening. So what the hell? Where's hmm. Yeah, I do not like that. I'm going back there. Gosh, this piece does not fit on there good. Maybe it opens up more. Maybe you do come down with that a little bit. I got it right there. What I'm doing is I'm just taking my plier and putting it on there and rolling it down to see if that helps. And it does. Look at that. Okay, so that's better. I made that better. All right. This side's fitting pretty good now. Finally. I think I'm just gonna have to start twisting these guys. I think it's what I have to do. Definitely get them two in first, though. Pain in the butt. This is so intense. It is not easy to get this to work here. Like, why is that not wanting to? Okay, so I think maybe if I bend these down a little bit. Okay. Let's try that and see if that helps. The old me would have just started twisting these tabs and forcing this thing on here. But see that? It is not. This is hitting right here. And it's not meant to. It's supposed to be like this up underneath it. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I hate doing it, but I'm gonna bend this tip down a little bit like that. See if that helps. Okay. There's those two. I think that's going on there, yeah. Gosh, I hate doing that though. This is horrible. This is horrible. Damn, thing's about straightened out now. This is not a fun piece here. And that's not helping at all. So let's spin that back down and make it correct. Especially for that side there. Because it was looking like crap. Like that. Okay, now it's correct. It looks good from the bottom there. It does not show the finished, this actually in there, finished. So that kind of screws you there. Mm, 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 mm. Gosh, what a shit box. What a shit box. Gosh, I hate doing this, man. I'm gonna see if it will do it though. Actually bending the metal like not the direction it's supposed to go. It helped a lot though. It did help a lot. All right, I'm gonna go for it, guys. I'm putting a twist in those bad boys there. It's like, yeah, twist those down there. It's gonna be easy for you. Okay. All right, so there is them. They're twisted. Now time to get these four in. So I've done messed around with this long enough. I'm gonna have to just settle. It's not gonna be perfect because this piece is not the best designed. It's not designed the best. Oh yeah, cool. Bent that way too far. No, actually bent it pretty close where it needed to be. Oh my goodness. Why didn't I want to go in there? Alright, there's that one. This one's wanting to go in right here too, on the top. Wanting to. I think I'm just going to get this one all the way in first. I'm just gonna put a nice twist on it. And it actually came out pretty good, that one there. Okay, let's see what this one's looking like on this side over here. Looking a little low. There it went in. They're all in right there. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get these bottom ones in. It's just so hard to get a grip somewhere on this thing. Without wanting to bend something like the head or something like that. What a pain in the butt this is. It is fully engaged there. Okay. Nightmare's halfway over. Nightmares halfway over. Good grief. Okay. These ones are not wanting to go down that gap. That gap is not wanting to seat down, and I think I know why. It's because this is not set up on top of here. I think that needs to be set on top of this here. Why can't I get it under there? There it is. All right. Sweet. Putting those twists on that because I'll smash those a little bit, but I'm putting a twist on them because it is just easier to put that twist on when you get it all the way down than to try to fold these. Because I would just fold these straight down. Right there it is. That's it. There it is. Man, I scratched the hell out of that thing just now, but that's alright. Now I'm just going through and kind of anything that I see that is needs kind of tweaked a little bit. Edges pushed in. That's what I'm doing right now. Just pushing the edges in on these things here. That was really hard. That was horrible. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fold these down. Fold these tabs. This is a real dangerous maneuver here. Because that thing's easy to slip and scratch your metal. Yeah, be careful using that technique here. I'm just gonna fold them all down here. This one down too. I got it right there. Alright, that is as good as that's getting. My gosh, what a nightmare putting that piece on. Who would have thought? Cool, 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 cool. Very cool. Oh my gosh, it's so badass. Okay, now guys, that's done after an hour and a half almost. Just putting them together. Let's check this stuff here that we've been a little bit. I bent these fins here just a little bit. I'm gonna try to pull them out just a bit there. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on those things. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that went about as good as possible. I'm glad I did not try to fold them tabs. I hate having those silver tabs shining like that. I'm glad I didn't try to do it on the inside because that was such a nightmare. Just it being like that right there, I could not imagine on the inside what that would be. But everything is nice and tight. It's all nice and tight. It all looks good. So that's good. I mean, there's the top half. That's the what I've been working on for a while now is this top half. And I mean, it's so small, but the detail is so awesome in this thing. Wow. What a bunch of work right there. What a bunch of work. Okay. So we need for connecting the top to the bottom, you need F203. So here's F right here. Which I'm guessing it's this right here, but let's just be sure. 203, F203. There it is. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Mm. Okay, so what does it want me to do? It's facing up like this. It's got lines. Okay, so it says you put it on the top first. And it goes on the insides. These ones do. Not on the outside holes. They're going to have to be bent down just a little bit. Let's try that. What does it look like here? It's the same on both sides. I'm pretty positive. Yeah. So either way you flip it, it's exactly the same. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. And it says just to put some twists in those things. So just a nice tight twist on all these. A nice tight twist. Nice tight twist. Flip them around. Same thing. Just put some nice tight twists in there. Like that. Just pushing down with your pliers when you're doing these twists. Like that right there. Okay. Then that little piece is on to connect your bottom. So we're here. Now we need to be here. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. That one went in easy. That one's tilted down just a bit too much here. It's been in. There we go. There it is. Oh, no, it's not. This one's still bent out a little bit right here. There we go. Now all of them's in right there. Oh, my goodness. Did that really fold that thing that easy? Because if so, that thing's about to break. Or this is just that heavy. So this is what we gotta do here. We gotta put some twists on these things. We cannot keep doing that and bending that thing back and forth. So let's see what we got. That's gonna be my first one there that I do. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do to get to that is I think I'm going to use some tweezers on it to begin with. And get it bent a little bit like that. Go in with the pliers to get a nice. Make sure your pliers ain't sticking out too far to the front of it. So you don't scratch the waist there. Okay. Now, I think if I was able to do this one here, it's going to hold it down to where I can get the other two. Okay, so I just kind of went for that one, and it was in there all the way. Okay, there it's held at least by two. Oh my god, it's so freaking sick. Oh my gosh, that is so badass. So badass. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna do this front one because I can get to it easier. And it's almost all the way engaged already. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this front one right here. Boy, there's about nothing to hold on to here. That ain't something that you don't want to bend. Okay, this back one is the one that is not lined up the most. It's down in there, see it? And it's hard to get to because there's all kinds of stuff here. So let's see what we can do. You just don't have nothing to hold on to here. I don't want to press on this skirt. It's there's ain't nothing. It seems like I can go to the front like this, like that. Yeah, that's gonna have to do it. Man, that is not wanting to go in all the way. That one went in all the way for sure. This is just so risky. I mean, it is so risky. That ain't wanting to do anything. Grief. Okay, this is about the best position that I've gotten so far, and it is not wanting to go down at all. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I might not be able to get that thing all the way in there. Goodness, this is not very a nice model right now. It is being mean. I cannot get to that tab right there and get it engaged. I think this is, I know what's hitting right here. I can see it. It's the back. It's this silver piece hitting into this black. I mean, you'd almost need to like cut down into that black and have that slotted down to get this tab in. I don't really see any other way of doing it. Hey, motherfucker. Golly, that is rough. I think I'm just going to have to fold that one down, guys. I think I might have to. Because it is not being nice. I'm going to try to do it without messing this up at all. There just is no good way of doing that right there. I can't even get in there to make a nice little twist on it because of this stupid arm. That's as good as that thing's getting right there, I'll tell you that. That's as good as it's getting. That's gonna have to work there. That's got to be it. And then what I'm doing now is just trying to get these to fold down. To fold down and out of sight as much as possible. What a dangerous move there. And I don't even know if it looks better like that or not. To be honest, I mean, I don't know. If you're looking down from the top, it does. If you're looking in from the side right there, it does not. Let's compare the two real fast. I think I might like it just a little bit better like this, like the other one is over there. Not much, but it's a little bit better. Not much at all. There's not really much of a way to take y'all with me to be able to see this here, what I'm doing. And it's really some risky business. I'm trying to get these to bend in. That's as good as that one's getting. And that one's staying like that right there. Okay. What a joke. You know, this is the first time that I'm actually going to use these, and they're going to be worth a crap right here. And they're not even good there. This is something that I've already done here. I'm just going back because it needs to be better. So I just folded this tab here a long time ago, and it's coming loose, so I'm putting a twist in it instead. And that's going to hold it way, way better. Just like that right there. That's going to be a way better hold there. I think that's the only one that needed done like that. These other ones are holding up fine. That one there could use it if I could get to it there. It would take a knife. I just don't know. Definitely put a tighter hold on that right there. This is some pretty technical stuff here. And this is just making stuff just a little bit better. But when you're doing that, you gotta measure your risk to reward. Because you done got this done. Are you gonna break something? You know, how much reward are you gonna get for the risk that you're taking trying to get this connection better right there, that gap right there? What is it worth it? Is it worth it? And this time I'm just going for it. Okay. That put a tighter twist was way better on that. This one's a little bit I ain't got as much room in there for that one. I mean, it would be better, but is it worth it? Because I can't even get my tweezers in there for that one. I think I'm just going to try to. Get my knife there. Just shut it up a little bit. Just call that one good. That one ain't near as bad as the other one was. God, that thing looks wicked. I seen one thing on a finger here that needed closed up. There it is, right here. Just that right there needed done on that. Okay. We got it assembled. It took me almost 2 hours to get those pieces together. Now the whole body's assembled on this thing. We're just missing the wings, and they really top it off. The wings make it look incredible. And it just is a really nice model. That was rough. So I don't know if somebody's on this, working on this thing. I don't know if that would help them or not because I really struggle with that. I'd say it would. That assembly was not fun. The arms and the head is easy, goes on really nice, but that back and putting the body on the legs, not fun. Not fun at all. Okay. So that'll wrap up the putting it together, the assembly there. Got an actual view of this thing here. Um, Looks cooler standing up, don't it, than trying to. Yeah, it looks definitely cooler. That back side of that stand's wanting to pop up a little bit, but all right, guys. I'm gonna catch you next time. I'm gonna take a break and eat. I don't know if I'm gonna try these wings tonight or not. Um, let's look at them here before we go. This is all the metal I got left. So these sheets, there's some on that one. These sheets are almost empty. This one's got a little bit, but these are all the wings, and it's a lot of big pieces, so it actually wouldn't be that bad, I don't think. We'll scratch at it. It looks pretty bad. It looks like a pretty good bit of work here. Pages and pages and pages. Pages and pages and pages and pages. Good grief. Oh, no, I skipped some too. Gosh. I'm so excited about that. Step 99. Okay, catch y'all on the flip side.